Welcome, guys, and this is the formula to high energy. In this presentation, I'm not going to take much of your time. I'm going to give you multiple formulas for four aspects of your life: for your physical, for your mental, for your emotional, and for your spiritual. And these formulas are built to help you increase energy in each of those specific areas of your life. My name is Coach Milton Alvarez, and I am here to help you and guide you forward into reaching the next level of your life, whether it's in business or whether it's in your personal life, making sure that you consistently reach peak performance and you are living at an optimal state in your life. So let's get into this. Once again, we're going to be touching on physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual energy. And for the next couple of slides, I'll be breaking down each formula for each individual section. So let's get started. All right, guys. So for your physical energy, there are four components that you need, or four approaches that you need to take in order to build a perfect formula. And that's attacking your nutrition, attacking your exercise, aka your movement, resting, and supplementation. Nutrition plays a massive role when it comes down to recovery, when it comes down to reducing inflammation, when it comes down to energy, when it comes down to improving your brain health, your heart health, your lung health, your cellular energy, making sure that your bodily functions are working appropriately. Consuming a high protein diet, high healthy fat diet, and also an adequate amount of carbohydrates for your day-to-day living, depending on the level of activity that you do, depending on the kind of job that you do as well. People who work out on the fields, people who work out, who do manual labor, will probably end up needing a little bit more carbohydrates versus someone who works a 9 to 5 or anyone behind a desk. A person who trains 3-4 times a day, who's an athlete, will probably need a lot more calories and carbohydrates versus someone who just takes one class a week. So everything here is customizable to you, and make sure that you know how to personalize this for your specific routine, for your specific kind of lifestyle that you're living, which taps into number 2, exercise. There's no specific routine that you need to follow. There's no specific kind of training style, whether it's strength training, whether it's hypertrophy training, whether it's powerlifting, whether it's bodybuilding, whether it's Pilates, whether it's Zumba, whether it's yoga, whether it's boxing, whether it's MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, whatever kind of approach you want to take it. As long as you're moving your body at least 3 times a week for at least 45 minutes a day for those 3 days, you will be set apart compared to everybody else in this world that is doing bare minimum or nothing at all. Getting some form of movement in on a daily basis, getting your steps in, getting your running, getting some stretching, some movements in, taking a class, whatever the case may be, is going to increase cellular energy, is going to increase oxygenated blood through your entire body, to your brain, to your heart, everywhere else, which will also help you perform better throughout your entire day. Resting is also another big thing. And by resting, that within itself could be a combination of things. It could be a combination of getting deeper sleep. So understanding the kind of evening routine that you need to put together, which you can find in the hormone hacking strategy and routine presentation, putting an evening routine together that will give you the formula to actually get deeper sleep, and you can wake up feeling a lot more refreshed, in combination now with a morning routine that can kickstart your day with high energy. So the way you do one thing is the way you do all things. So if you start your day with high energy, you're going to end your day with high energy. But aside from sleeping, also massages, recovery, chiropractors, rolling out, stretching, all those things play a crucial role in your recovery process. Because if you're not recovered properly, your energy levels will be depleted, especially when you're in pain. And also choosing the correct supplementation for you and your health and fitness goals. I like to separate both of them, health and fitness. I like to have a foundational line of supplements that I consume for my health. Anything that's going to impact my brain health, my heart health, my cellular energy, my organ function, the way I digest my food. I like focusing on those supplements so that way I can have an overall benefit from what I consume. And now when it comes down to my fitness supplementation, the basic creatine monohydrates, 5 grams before workout, 5 grams post-workout, L-citrulline prior to workout so I can get more nitric oxide, essential amino acids during the workout, and then for my post-workout, once again, the creatine monohydrate, 5 grams of that, either whey isolate or the hydrolyzed whey protein for post-workout, and then consume my food. So it really depends on what your specific goals are, but the foundational things will always fall first, and those are the main things that we should be mainly focusing on. And if you can figure out what your blood work is, meaning go get some blood work done and see where you stand there, see where your levels are at, see if you are deficient in anything. That will also help you choose the correct supplementation, the correct supplements for you, so that way when you go into a supplement store, you don't get convinced to buy a crap ton of supplements that your body just generally doesn't need. And where you're going to end up doing is pissing it all out. And then you're going to see that your urine is turning neon green because of how much you're literally pissing out. You're literally peeing money out. So knowing what you need to take, when you need to take it is definitely crucial. And once again, that's something you can actually find in the hormone hacking strategy and routine presentation, which will be within the same section that you find these other videos that and other presentations that I'm giving you guys. So next slide, this is for the physical energy. Now for the mental energy is progress equals happiness. As you grow, as you progress, that will equate to happiness. So continuous learning, mindful practices, time management, supplementation. So continuing learning, engaging in challenging mental activities like learning a new language, problem solving tasks, brain training games to stimulate cognitive function. There are day-to-day things that you can do, even reading a book, or doing things that you find challenging, solving problems that you find that you find challenging as well. If you're an entrepreneur, you're going to have a bunch of those you will continually have to learn, because as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, even as an adult, personal development is one of the biggest keys that you need in order for you to succeed in life. And success is a word that many people interpret it very differently. But to me, success is being able to buy back my time in life so that way I can give back to other people and feed other people. But I can't feed other people if I myself am empty with knowledge, empty of resources, and empty of wisdom. But one of the best ways you can gain all that is by experience, going through challenges, and also personal development. So continuously learning is a way to increase your mental energy. Mindfulness practices, deep breathing. Now this comes more of the brain, controlling your thoughts, controlling your breathing pattern, controlling intrusive thoughts and impulsive thoughts and actions that a lot of us commit. So finding a way to incorporate practical things like meditation, deep breathing exercises, and concentration and visualization exercises. And those are things you can adapt into your morning. If you don't like the idea of meditation, you can go into prayer. For those of you who don't like meditating, and for those of you who don't like praying, you can get into meditation. For me, it's praying. For me, prayer is something that has helped me level up in my mental thinking, the way I process things, and the way I approach my life. So taking a couple minutes during your day, whether it's early morning, when you wake up, making that into your morning routine or evening routine, or even taking 5 minutes out of your midday to kind of reset your day and regain the energy that you've lost from working with people who are draining you of your energy. Also, a way of increasing your mental routine is by decluttering and brain dumping. So that comes down to time management. What do I mean by that? Time management plays a massive role in the amount of stress that we have in our lives. If on a day-to-day basis you have so much going on, you have so much mental clutter, and you have a million things running through your mind because there's absolutely no organization in your thoughts, you're going to deplete your mental energy. Have you ever had a day where you just had so much come at you at one time that mentally you feel drained? Physically you feel fine, but mentally you feel drained? That's exactly why. So being able to create a high-performing schedule, figuring out ways to trim the fat off your schedule can genuinely increase mental energy. Knowing how to manage your time better and prioritize certain things over other things can definitely help you in increasing your mental energy. And also supplementation. Vitamin B complex, omega-3 fatty acids, and herbal supplements can also increase and better your cognitive function. So you can easily just go on Google and look up cognitive functioning supplementation, or you can speak to a health professional who can help you along these lines as well. I am in no way, shape, or form telling you what supplements to take. I am not a health professional where I can prescribe or diagnose, but these are supplements that have been backed up by studies and a lot of data that show the improvement of brain capacity, brain energy, and the cognitive function. So I've been able to bring this forth, utilizing the studies and the data that I've collected. Next one, emotional energy, something that a lot of people don't know how to manage, don't know how to work with. There are 4 ways to be able to increase your emotional energy. And that's by, number 1, positive relationships, being able to build a network of a supportive system. Being able to have a network that supports you, that improves, that pushes you forward, that helps you grow, that encourages you, that prays for you, that strengthens you, that teaches you new skills that you need to learn, how to communicate, how to speak up, how to process things, how to perceive life differently versus a victimized mentality. Also, number 2, being able to increase your emotional intelligence. Unfortunately, this is probably one of the main reasons why business deals go bad, business partnerships fall out, and also relationships fall apart due to lack of emotional intelligence. So this is something that you can do with your partner. This is something that you can do on your own, but being able to practice self-awareness, empathy, and self-regulation is definitely something massive. Have you heard that saying before of listen more than you speak, think before you speak? That's part of emotional intelligence. Being able to calm your thoughts, being able to calm your emotions, and not react emotionally, but react or speak upon the logic behind the conversation you're having. And that's something that could literally make or break you as a business person or as a man or woman if you're watching this. Number 3, stress management. When you're stressed out, your emotions are out of whack. So you can figure out a system or a way or an approach that you can manage your stress, which again, you will find this in the hormone hacking strategy and routine presentation, and incorporating practical things like meditation, prayer, deep visualization, yoga, things of that nature, massage therapy, whatever the case may be. You will notice a massive increase in emotional energy. And then as well as supplementation, because supplementation, the way, Milton, how do supplements help my emotional energy? So when you are in a stress-free environment physiologically, you are reducing inflammation. When you reduce inflammation, not only do you reduce inflammation in the body, but you also reduce inflammation in the brain, which is part of your body. It's an organ. It's part of your body. And when you reduce inflammation there, you get more oxygenated blood into your brain. And when you are able to do that, you are able to function better. You are able to process better. And when you're able to process better and function better, you are able to think clearer. You're able to have a little bit more clarity, and your emotional stability is a lot more stable versus you not having that. So anytime that you are in an environment that there's a lot of inflammation, aka stress, you will be under a lot of physiological, mental, and emotional stress. And when you're able to put yourself in environments that reduce that, including taking supplementation that helps combat stress levels, cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and also combat inflammation, you will notice that your emotional energy is a lot more balanced out. This is the formula for emotional energy. And then we go down to spiritual energy. Now, spiritual energy can go 2 ways. Spiritual energy can, if you are a believer of God, you are aligned with God's principles, values, you are mindful of who God is in your life, and you are mindful of who you are in God. One of the ways to increase your spiritual energy, 2 ways, is to find your identity in Christ, find your identity in God, and also understand the purpose behind your existence. And for those who say, I don't believe in God, but I do believe there's energy or whatever there is out there for you, become attached to the purpose behind your existence. When there's a purpose behind your existence, the momentum will build. The spiritual energy is going to skyrocket. If you feel like you absolutely have no purpose to your existence, no purpose to why you're doing what you're doing, saying what you're saying, acting upon what you're acting upon, and why you even exist, that's going to be it's going to be the hardest aspect of your life that you will need to combat. Because spiritual energy ties in with where you come from and ties into the purpose of your existence. And if you have no idea, these 4 aspects here, purpose and values, mindfulness and reflection, connection with nature, and supplementation is something that you can follow. There are practical steps that can help you get there one step at a time. But to me, the biggest hack for spiritual energy is finding your identity in God. You can find it, whether it's in the Bible. And this is me speaking. I am a believer of Jesus Christ. I follow Jesus Christ. I believe that Jesus Christ died and rose up and died for my sins. I believe that sacrifice was for me, and my sins were cleansed away. I live by grace. I live by love and mercy. I hate injustice. But for those of you who don't believe what I believe, I always say this: for my Muslim brothers and sisters, you can find your purpose in the Quran. For my Christian brothers and sisters, you can find your purpose in the Bible. There's so many other scriptures that you can find your purpose in. I'm familiar with other religions and belief systems, Hinduism, and the practices the Buddhists do, and I'm aware and I'm familiar, but I don't know the scripture or the books or the teachings that they follow, so I don't want to give false information. But being able to find your purpose in a higher power, in something more than just yourself, or if it is just self, figure out why you even exist, that will skyrocket your spiritual energy. And ways to integrate this into your life on a daily basis, regular check-ins. How do you assess this? How do you measure this? Do you do this on a weekly basis, monthly basis, quarterly basis, mid-yearly, or yearly basis? being able to find some form of balance so that way you don't lose yourself in the midst of life. Sometimes when we get too caught up in work or too caught up in just doing life, we completely disregard the aspects that build us in order for us to sustain that life. And it's these 4 pillars of energy: mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical. If you need more help in any of these 4 pillars, look for professional help, whether it's a pastor, whether it's a rabbi. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know exactly what Islam uses. Whether it's more mental and emotional, look for a psychologist. Whether it's physical, look for a personal trainer or a dietitian, nutritionist, or someone in exercise science. There's so many professionals out there that can help you for each of these pillars. And all you got to do is ask and seek. And also supplementation. The basic foundation of supplements that I usually suggest for my clients is a high bioavailable multivitamin, and omega-3, and omega-3, and a pre and probiotic. Again, anything that's going to impact my brain, my heart, my cellular energy, and my digestive system and my reproductive system are supplements that I heavily look into. And that is the end of this presentation. Now, going back to the very beginning, folks, your spiritual, your mental, your emotional, and your physical, those are the 4 pillars of energy that you need, that if you're able to attack each and every single one of them, they all build that one power source that you have of life. If one of these are lacking or faulty, you will feel it in your life. You will feel it in your relationships. You will feel it in your business. You will feel it in your leadership. You will feel it in your influence. You'll feel it in your sense of purpose. You'll feel it in your physical health. You'll feel it in your mental health. You'll feel it in almost every single aspect. And that's not the only thing. Others will feel that lack. So if you're looking to level up in your business, if you're looking to level up in your relationships, in your marriages, you're looking to level up in any form of life, you're looking to serve, you're looking to increase your influence, you're looking to increase your leadership as men or women, understanding that each of these formulas will play a crucial role in every decision you make and every move you make. If you follow these pillars and these formulas for each of these pillars, I guarantee that the outcome that you have by the end of this year that you're watching this video, or by the end of the quarter, by the end of the month, will be very different than the outcome you would have if you would never came across this presentation. I'm excited for you. I look forward on hearing your testimony. If there's any way that I can serve, help, assist, or lead, or guide, reach out to me, Instagram, Facebook, even TikTok. Email me, DM me, shoot me a text. My number will be available. You can find me on Instagram at SMB Performance _, on TikTok, SMB Performance, on Twitter, SMB Performance, and on Facebook, Milton M. Alvarez. I'm here to serve you guys, and I'm here to help you guys move forward, and I am here to help you reach peak performance and making sure that on a daily basis you are existing and living on an optimal level, so that way you have the influence and the leadership that you need to lead a whole entire team forward, whether it's your family, whether it's your business, or even if it's just yourself. I'm excited for you, and I'm excited to see the outcome of these implementations in your life. Till next time, guys, bye-bye.